Sobrang nakakagulat na balita. Grabe, Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero ginulat, tinanggal na sa pwesto. Wala nang mangyayaring botohan, ipapalit na si Soto. Ayon sa nakalap nating impormasyon, mismong si Senator J.V. Ejercito nagsalita na sinuhulan sila ni Cheese ng pwesto. Para hindi daw siya palitan, aalisin kasi siya ng mga pabor kay Soto. Grabe si Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero, ginulat, tinanggal na sa pwesto. Wala nang mangyayaring botohan, ipapalit na si Soto. Tara panoorin natin.
Sir, sinasabi ni Senator Migs kahapon na marami siyang nakausap na parang ayaw nang ibalik si Senator Soto as leader ng Senate kasi masyado daw strict. Are you one of them, sir, na tingin niyo masyadong strict yung pamahala ni SP Soto?
Hindi naman kasi I already served under him, no? Senator Soto, when he was Senate President. Maganda naman, as far as I can remember, madali na, it's easy to get along with Senator Soto. Ano rin siya consensus builder. Kanya-kanyang character yan just like Senator Zubiri when he was Senate President. Talagang he'd gather everyone for caucuses, regular caucuses. Kay Senator Escudero man, sabi niya, it's better sa plenary nila para transparent tayo. Kasi pag nagko-caucus, sabi niya, para real time din. Kung anong pinag-uusapan dito, lumalabas din. So, what's the use? So, kanya-kanya silang style. And I think I can work with anybody. So, hindi naman siguro dahil strict si Senator Soto. But as far as I can remember, madali naman siya katrabaho.
Sir, isa pa. May mga nabigyan daw ng committee, sir, na hindi naman qualified. Meron nga ba, sir? Na
ayoko naman sa mga kasama natin, but siguro like me, for example, I can only speak for myself. Kung bibigyan akong committee, gusto ko yung linya ko, tsaka yung meron akong in line with my advocacy or kahit pa paano naman meron akong knowledge, no? So, kaya siguro iba ganun din, dapat at least kahit paano so that they can handle the committee well, no? Yun na naman sabi ko na pag-isipan din natin kung ano yung handle natin. Sana po yung kahit paano makaka-benepisyo yung committee, no? Kaya ako sakasakal po sa akin, sabi ko parang hindi ko kasi linya. Una-una hindi ako nagsusugal, wala akong alam doon. But lahat naman pag-aralan, pero I would rather stick to committees that I have knowledge or are in line with advocacies.
Meron bang humingi ng committees na hindi in line with his or her advocacy?
Hindi ko
As far as you know, sir.
Parang wala ko pa isip. Sino ba? Na-blank ako.
Isa na lang, sir. Naging factor ba yung impeachment nung time na nagliligawan for vote, for support for SP Cheese?
Hindi naman siguro. Siguro ang naging advantage lang ni SP Cheese because he's incumbent. Siyempre malaking advantage pag ikaw yung nakaupo, no? Already more than almost half of the senators. Siyempre kasama mo na, no? Konti na lang ililigawan mo sa mga incoming. Impeachment, sabi ko nga, ano man ang maging position natin dyan, you just have to go through it, no? I don't think it was a factor in choosing the Senate President.
Okay, before ma'am, sir, sabi ni Senator Migs, although sinasabi nga, di ba, may suporta na ng super majority si SP Cheese, pero sabi ni Migs, never say die. Kumbaga, anything can happen pa daw before July 28. Do you think confident ka na SP Cheese na talaga?
Well, sa ngayon, I think SP Cheese already has the numbers, pero
anything can happen pa rin,
hanggat hindi pa na-formalize at hindi pa na nag-start yung first regular session natin, siguro pag hindi pa siya na-elect, then kahit mayroong mga slim possibility, anything can happen. Totoo naman yung buyon, but I think at this time, if we were to convene tomorrow, si SP Cheese na magiging Senate President.
Kasi Senator Lito Lapid nandun na daw sa veterans block. according to Senator Mig. So, 5 na sila ngayon. So, kulang na lang sila ng ilan. Anyway, Mav.
Sir, base lang po dun sa mga lumalabas na pangalan, parang both the Duterte bloc and 2 of the opposition bloc ay kasama nyo sa majority. So how will the majority work if there are 2 very different blocs na magkasama?
Hindi ko alam kasi hindi ako part ng both sides. So, in the Senate, it has been proven time and again, no? Sa umpisa lang na yung political party does not really mean a lot, especially with issues of national significance. We often, more than often than not, that we cross party lines, no? Minsan nga nag-uusap kami ni ako kahit kailan hindi ako naging align sa mga liberal, sa mga yellow. Kami ni Senator Ontiveros, no? Minority siya, I'm deputy majority leader. Pag there are a lot of measures that we help each other and supported each other, no? Like for example, universal healthcare. She was former Committee on Health Chair. Ako po yung sumunod sa kanya, no? Pinagtulungan po namin na maipasa ito. Until now, nagtutulungan kami with the amendments, nagtutulungan kami. Even the former minority leader, Coco Mintel, I don't see it as obstruction, yung kanyang pagtayo-tayo, no? Yung kanyang engage in debates and discussions. And I think it has that makes the Senate different, na talagang sinabi nga, the most intelligent answers, the best solutions and answers are born out of debates. So kahit pinagdudusahan natin yan, pinaghandaan natin, I think nai-improve lahat. So again, more often than not, we cross party lines in the Senate, as long as I think we look at the issues, we look at the measures, no, that will really be beneficial. Nakakalimutan na natin yung kulay. Naging color, dapat naging colorblind tayo. And we just have to support if it will benefit the Filipino people.
Sir, meron po kasing, paano ba, criticism, I guess, na parang si SP Cheese dahil wala nga mga caucus, na hindi siya consensus builder. But now knowing na Duterte bloc, opposition bloc are with him, would you say he is actually a consensus builder kung napagsama niya yung dalawang yun?
Correct.
I think, hindi lang siguro nagpapatawag si SP Cheese ng caucus as a whole, no? The body as a whole. But I think he talks to them as blocks or as groups, no? For example, yung Duterte block, no? Yung mga known, I think kinakausap po niya yan. In the same manner, even the minority noon, kinakausap naman niya. So, you can say that, you can say that na in a way, he's a consensus builder. Magkaiba nga lang yung style. No? Iba-iba yung style kasi si SP Mixon, gusto niya yung tinatawag lahat, build a consensus rather than fight it out on the floor. Si SPG masabi niya, it's more transparent that we deliberate or we debate on the floor, no? Kasi sabi nga niya, useless din naman tayo mag-caucus. Sabi niya, real time nga, hindi 5 minutes late. Sabi niya, real time. As we talk, lumalabas din yung pinag-uusapan dito. So, sabi niya, I would rather bring it on the floor.
Sir, may exact figure ka na ilan na lahat yung mga senador na pumirma sa resolution?
Definitely more than 13, baka 15 or 16.
Ganun
ang estimate ko lang. I do not have any idea. But
And then from Marlon Ramos, how do you feel about Senator Mig Subiri's remarks about some members of the seatmates block leaving him? Sabi nga niya, he's not ready to say na buwag na ang seatmates block pero nagtatampo siya sa nangyari.
Well, siguro it's naiintindihan ko naman, understandable kasi magkaiba kami ng posisyon ngayon, no? We are Senator Joel, Senator Win, we are with the Senate President Cheese now, whereas si Senator Mix is with the Veterans Bloc. Understandable na magkaiba kami ng posisyon ngayon, but then again, as I mentioned, nag-usap kami. Ako personally, ewan ko kung nakausap niya iba. Sabi ko, bro, whatever happens, we will always be friends. We are brothers. Sabi ko, hindi ko makakalimutan yung naging tulungan namin na nung bumabalik ako as galing ako noong 2019, nawala ako sa Senado in 2022. He really wanted me to be back in the Senate, and he helped me a lot. That's a fact. And then I will never forget that. Kaya yung samahan namin, hindi naman natin pwedeng kalimutan. And I think, I proudly say that I stuck it out with him until the last minute. Di ko naman siya iniwan. So, magkaiba lang kami ng position ngayon, but yung political lang to. I think yung friendship and brotherhood, yung pinagsamahan namin, hindi pwedeng pakalimutan.
Pero sir, bago kayo nag-decide ni Senator Win and Joel na sumuporta kay SP Cheese, nag-effort ba kayo na hikayatin siyang sumama sa inyo o vice versa, siya naman yung nanghikayat na sumama kayo sa grupo nila?
Well, pareho na I think minsan nagkapaling siya na sana sumama doon, pero ano na kumbaga na in the end nakapag-commit na rin kami. Siguro naman we would gladly liaise or be conduits, no, para kung hindi pa sila ready to talk to each other siguro in some, pero kung may mga request naman sila, committees, whatever, kung ano man ang pwede namin iparating, pinararating naman namin kay SP Cheese.
Kasi yung sinasabi niya, nag-iisa na o hampas lupa na daw yung...
Dead hungry.
Ayun, dead hungry. Okay, Raymond.
Ano yun, joke namin yan eh.
So, buhay pa yung inyong group chat daw, sir, di ba?
Buhay naman. We active pa rin naman yan.
Wala na nagme-message daw, sir. Oo, wala na. Mukhang may bago ng group chat.
Wala pa naman.
Silang tatlo nila, Win, nila Joel. Anyway, Raymond.
Sir, isa doon sa mga mahabang parang kinasasama ng opuna ni Senator Mix kahapon na binanggit niya is tungkol sa distribution of funds and personnel. Number one doon sa funds, though walang elaboration, pero may mga ang pananalita niya is may mga napapaboran, may napag-iiwanan. Ganon din doon sa staff distribution daw. May isang senador na todo-todo ang ibinigay na slot. Yung iba ay very limited, so hindi tingin niya ay ang term niya doon ay primus inter pares naman, bakit may mas malaki, may mas maliit, may mas marami at mas may kukonte. Sa experience sir.
Well, that depends on the leadership, no? Call na ng leadership yan, kung yung sa manpower and others. Ang kay SP Cheese kasi nakikita ko talagang tinitignan niya rin who is working or who's not working. I would say that I am satisfied kasi ako personally na-appreciate ko, natutuwa ako kasi na-appreciate niya yung hard work, no? Na alam mo naman niya, pag wala ang ang majority leader, ako yung papalit. Kung wala ang presiding officer, wala ang president pro tempore, ako rin pumapalit. And until ako wala akong angal, alam niya, until late in the evening. And then he will text me in the evening. Pagtapos ng session, halimbawa, inabot na yun, 10, 11, sabi niya, salamat sabi niya, ang dami natin natapos. Sabi niya, congrats. So, siyempre nakakatuwa na na-appreciate yung effort mo. Diba? I think he bases it on yung performance o yung talagang contribution. He sees to it that those who are always on the floor who are working na talagang mabigyan ng extra. Tulad ko, yun nga, tiniayos niya na magkaroon na ng office talaga kasi kailangan naman talaga kasi tatlo lang yung leadership talaga ng Senate ngayon, pero kailangan talaga ng isa pa no? Especially during budget season, hindi kakayanin na tatlo lang. Pag may nagkasakit, marawala. Siyempre pagpuyatan, pag tinatapos. So, I think, Senator Escudero bases it on the contributions of each senator on the floor and to the institution.
Wala kang angal sa distribution, sir?
Ako satisfied kasi nga, I think, ako personally, I can only talk about myself na appreciated yung efforts natin.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Sir, ano nakikita niyong dynamics dito sa Senate sakaling mag-decide ang grupo ng veterans bloc na mag-minority sila?
Well, that will be exciting kasi ang most of them won, alyansa po sila, no? And they are also aligned with administration. So, against lang sila sa leadership ng Senate. So, I think it will be healthy kung ano man ang, especially kung may mga priority measures ang administrasyon, ay palagi ko hindi naman, siguro kung talagang maganda nga masala na talagang active, we would want an active minority. As I mentioned earlier, the best ideas and solutions are born out of intelligent debates. Mas maganda maging aktibo ang minority para nga po yung discussion maging fruitful and we can enhance, improve, and refine any measure that will be taken up on the floor.
Okay, Hannah and then Amor. Hannah, yung microphone.
Sir, kasi kahapon isa rin sa parang reklamo yata ni Senator Mix is yung tira-tira na lang yung slap soil, kumbaga tira-tirang committees na lang sa kanila. Sir, do you have any idea if major committees have already been farmed out to the Duterte bloc or some other, yung mga kasama sa majority? And if mangyayari ba yung katulad dun dati na sa isang senator, apat-apat agad ang committees na hinahawakan, ganun?
Siguro hindi. I don't think it will happen. No? As I mentioned, siguro titignan natin yung ano mas babagay. Ang pagkakaalam ko si Senator Joel kasi nag-ano siya noon na kung ano yung pwedeng maibigay din kay Senator Zubiri at that time. I think may mga magagandang committee naman that were offered, no? Yung hindi ko maalala kung trade or ano ba yung economic affairs, no? Na bagay naman kay Senator Migs yan kasi gusto niya yung mga na mga gusto din niya, mga enterprises, business, no? So I think that was offered to him before. Kay Senator Loren naman, alam naman natin basta culture and history, Loren Legarda yan di ba? So I think it was offered to her also kasi parang hindi na pwedeng ibigay na sa iba yun. Para ka na pag nagsalta tayo, parang nakikinig sa dayaw. Talagang kanya na yun. Di ba? So, it was offered naman na, I think in fairness to Senate President Escudero, I think he offered these committees that would fit them. Culture and history, tapos economic affairs or trade yata, if I'm not mistaken, were offered to Senator Zubiri.
So, sir, yung hatian sa committee chairmanship, malaking factor ba yun sa naging decision ng maraming senador kung sino yung sinuportahan nila sa Senate presidents? Usually, ganun, di ba?
Sure, well, reality, that plays a factor also, no? Pero, I would say na, siguro bagay-bagay, lang din yan. Of course, it will be considered, no? I have to be honest about it. Pero, the mere fact that meron ng majority, that means that they are all satisfied with what was
sa leadership
offered on the table.
Okay, Amor.
Sir, may we know kung kailan po kayo pumirma ng reso and sino po yung nagpapirma sa inyo?
Hindi ko alam. Siguro mga during the break.
Break pa rin, sir, ngayon.
Hindi ko pa rin. Siguro mga
1 week, 2 weeks ago?
Last month, this week?
Maybe a month. Siguro after the election. Yeah, after the election. Siguro last month or mga last month.
Sino nagpapirma po sa inyo, sir?
Dumating na lang sa table niyo, sir.
Basta dumating na sa table. Parang yung brown envelope yun dumating na lang sa hearing.
And sir,
Related po ba sa inyo yung
Kapatid niyo po ba?
Buti nga, magkasama kami ngayon
Sir, nga, siya ba yung nagpapirma sa inyo?
Ano na?
Siya ba yung nagpapirma sa'yo?
Hindi.
Sino daw, sir? Sabi ni Amor.
bawal sabihin, sir.
Ha?
Bawal pang sabihin.
Hindi, bawal sabihin. Hindi ka na rin paalala.
Anyway,
Sir, and then yung reso po, yun ay, paano po ba, i-approve sa plenary sa July 28? yung reso na yun? Paano po?
So, I think once we open, lalabas yun. Kung wala namang resistance, magkakaroon ng election. Gano'n naman yun di ba? Kung magkaka-election, kung sino hindi manalo, that will automatic minority leader. So, I think that's a process.
Sir, did you sign the resolution supporting Senator Chis Escudero for Senate presidency?
Yes, because first of all, I'm part of the leadership, being the deputy majority leader at present. So, siguro as a courtesy and respect to Senate President Escudero, I have to stick it out with him. No? In the same manner that during the time of Senator Zubiri, hanggang sa huli naman hanggang sa mapalitan siya, kami namang seatmates, pati ako, hindi ako umalis hanggang dulo. So, siguro delikadesa and and courtesy and respect dahil binigyan ako ng tiwala, binigyan ako trust and confidence ang ating Senate President Chis that I have to support him. But I have to admit that I am also torn kasi po si former Senate President Tito Soto is very close to me also. Number one, he is my party mate sa NPC. Second, during his term as a Senate President, I was able to pass 2 landmark legislations, Universal Healthcare Act at yung creation ng Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development. And he was the one who really pushed me. Laking bagay po talaga na tinulungan at sinuportahan po niya itong 2 measures na ito na talaga nakilala sa akin. So, I owe it a lot to Senator Soto. But again, as I mentioned earlier, tulad ng kay Senator Zubiri, hindi ko naman pwedeng iwanan din, basta-basta. And siguro out of courtesy, respect, delikadesa, binigyan ako ng trust and confidence ni Senator Escudero, Senate President Escudero, to be the Deputy Majority Leader. So, I have to stick it out with him.
Sir, pangilan kayo nung pumirma kayo dun sa resolution?
Hindi ko na, kasi isa-isa at that time.
Paano isa-isa? Isang resolution, isang pirma?
Parang ganon.
Hiwa-hiwalay?
Hindi mo malalaman,
And then, ano yung in-offer po sa inyo ni Escudero nung pumirma kayo dun sa resolution? Mananatili kayong Deputy Majority Leader?
Most likely, I think talagang I'll be retained as Deputy Majority Leader and talagang magiging office na siya. Na just like the Majority Leader.
And then, ano po yung mga committee na ibibigay sa inyo? Committee chairmanship?
As of now, ang committee chairmanship ko pa rin, yung local government. Pag-uusapan pa, depende pag later on kung ano pa yung magiging madadagdag. Parang in-offer sa akin yung games, kaya lang online gaming against tayo. So, tignan ko pa. We'll see, I would have wanted, kaya lang, syempre, respect yung advocacy. Sana yung anything aligned with my advocacy, kaya lang, of course, yung UHC na, yung health na kay Senator Bongo, incumbent, inquisitive na incumbent, tapos yung public services naman, isa sa mga infra, and I've been public services vice for a long time under Senator Grace po, kaya lang Senator Tulfo na. So, whatever would be siguro available na talagang would be aligned to my advocacy na siguro my offer, then I would consider.
So, sir, last na lang bago kay RG. So, kumusta na yung seatmate? Sabi ni Senator Mig Zubiri, parang naiwanan na siya mag-isa.
Nag-usap kami noon. Recently, we had a social gathering birthday, the birthday of Don Siangara. Nagkita kami, sabi niya, whatever happens, politika lang yan. Yung pinagsamahan namin will never be forgotten. Sabi niya, you're my brother, bro. Sabi niya, ano man mangyari, ito, sandali lang to, it will pass. Pero yung pagtitinginan natin, respeto, friendship, sinabi naman niya na hindi mawawala yon. So, maaring magkaiba kami ng posisyon ngayon, but I think the respect and our friendship will always be there.
Okay, RG, and then Mean, and then Mav.
Sir, will you still...
microphone.
Sir, will you still be a deputy minority leader or will you become senior deputy majority leader?
I think I'll be deputy majority leader. Parang
Not senior.
Baka isa na lang yata.
Isa na lang.
I think.
Okay.
Dati dalawa
I think ang proposal is to make it an official
Official office.
yes.
So it's going to be institutional.
Kasi ngayon unlike sa House, ang dami nila no. Dito tatlo lang yung Senate President, Majority Leader and Pro Temp. So I think we need one more. So I think ito yung baka yung gawin na talagang permanent na
So as Deputy Major, you'll be ex-officio member
Yes.
of all committees?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, before may patanong pa rin si Marlon Ramos. Is Senator Ligarda out from the discussion on the Senate leadership? And how about Senator Amy, di ba? Nag-float din yung pangalan niya para sa Senate presidency. So out na.
Sa ngayon, ang naririnig natin kasi Senator Escudero, Senator Soto na lang.
Yun lang, yung dalawa
Sa
wala
ngayon.
na. So Senator Amy na kay Cheese na rin, sir.
Hindi ko alam. Wala akong balita kay Senator Amy sa ngayon.
Okay. Any other... Okay, Mayan. Use the microphone.
Sir, nakuha niya din yung siblings block.
Saan?
8 kayo, di ba? Yung majority.
Nakuha yung
Nakuha
ano.
Ni SPGs.
Oy, pero hindi ibig sabihin siblings magkasama, magkaiba kami. Hindi automatic yon. So, baka naman.
Pero lahat ng mga magkakapatid na kay SPGs. Wala.
Nagkataon lang.
Ayan. Kataon. And Duterte block.
I think so. Oo, mukhang kuha na. Kaya majority na eh.
8, 9, 10,
Kaya nga,
11, 12. Tama.
estimate ko mga 15 na ngayon.
So, 18 kayo, sir. 18 kayo lahat. Kasama si SPGs.
Siguro, hindi ko pa nakita yung exact numbers, pero baka mga ganun.
Oo nga pala. Kasi 5 sila ngayon yung Soto Black. At tapos si Risa, so 6. 18 na nga kayo, sir.
If that happens, then we have a super majority. 18.
Okay. No more question related sa Senate presidency? Meron pa? Okay na. Other issue? Okay. Si Mayan muna. Other issue.
Sir, sorry, other issues lang. Pareak lang, sir, kung merong isinusulong po sa Senator Ping Lacson, yung designated survivor na bill na para maging malinaw. Aside from yung usual line of succession, kakaroon na mag-a-appoint ng isang cabinet member na pwedeng mag-act as president in extraordinary circumstance, sir, na mag-result in death or permanent disability ng president and other officials. Sir, you think it's worth considering po?
Well, parang napanood ko na yan eh. Kaya lang na lahat na wipe out. So, kailangan may designated survivor. Pero that will be a far-fetched eventuality na talagang halos lahat mawawala, no? May I think we already have a line of succession at present, no? Si President, Vice President, Senate President, and then Speaker and Chief Justice. So, parang imposible naman na yung 5 yun may mangyari, no? With the political situation ngayon, parang imposible na magsama ang Presidente at Vice Presidente sa isang lugar. So, may iwan talagang isa. So, pero but that's worth exploring para nga in extraordinary situation kung talagang mangyari in the event, talagang maubos yung line of succession hanggang sa 5th position, then that will be worth considering.
Sir, para lang daw kasi siya ma-assure, sir, kung sakaling may mangyaring gano'n na tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung ikot ng gobyerno, sir, yung proseso.
Yeah, we can take a look on that. Kaya nga magkakaroon tayo ng hearing, then pag-aaralan po natin.
So, okay lang na wag umattend si BP Sara sa SONA. Anyway, before Raymond, sir, hindi nga pupunta, di ba? Anyway, sir, si SP Cheese, isinabmit naman niya yung kanyang proposed bill na nire-require yung mga public officials na i-waive yung kanilang bank secrecy rights at sinuportahan ito ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. Open ba kayo dito, sir, as a public official?
Why not? Dapat. Transparency is very important and essential, and mas maganda po yun na at least pag nandun tayo, that's one of our sworn duties, no? To be transparent. So, kung wala tayong tinatago, dapat talaga open tayo for us to waive the bank secrecy pag tayo pumasok sa public service.
So you will support dun sa approval nitong
Kahit kayo, pipirma ako diba?
It means wala kayo tinatago.
Wala akong tinatago. No.
Okay.
Kasi that's part of our sworn duty. Na talaga, hindi tayo dapat may tinatago.
Pero hindi yun na-approve nung last Congress, sir.
Baka maraming may tinatago, kaya yun nila. Kasi ako wala tinatago. Ako pipirma kagad ako kahit ngayon.
Okay, Raymond?
Sir, doon lang sa SONA, sa July 28, ano yung wish list ninyo na dapat tugunan ng presidente, most especially, ito na yung kalahati ng kanyang term, na may push the soonest?
Well, I have to be honest. Ako, I would want the president to succeed. Kahit na sino presidente, sinusuportahan ko. In the same manner, nung kay President Duterte, I was always been supportive, especially yung, in fairness, yung isa sa mga advocacy ko, infra development. Maraming nasimula nung build. North-South Commuter Line, Metro Manila Subway System, supposedly Mindanao Railway, airport modernization, maraming nasimula noon, and I supported him. When President Bongbong Marcos came along, of course, sabi ko, his success will be our success. Sabi nga, nung nagkaroon ng improvement, yung build, naging build better, lalo ako na-excite. Sabi ko, talaga magtutuloy-tuloy na, madadagdagan pa. But unfortunately, I would say na what happened in the past 3 years, yung political bickerings became very early. Sana po, 2027 na, 1 year before the elections. Pero ito, kauupo lang. Parang 1 year and a half, 2 years, nag-away-away na. Diba? Nagsimula na sa People's Initiative. May impeachment na. Duterte Marcos, nag-split na. Yung unit team. Buti lang, hindi ako kasama doon, pero nag-split na. So, we lost a lot of momentum. Sayang, no? And ang worry ko, again, I may sound like a broken record, but our ASEAN neighbors seem to be all doing the right things, no? Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, lahat po sila parang tuloy-tuloy ang pag-usbong. Now, I'm worried because Vietnam has really overtaken us. Kung titignan mo foreign investments ng Vietnam, doble na sa atin. Lahat po sila nag-invest in infrastructure in the 90s. Vietnam, heavily now. And one of those things that the foreign investments are considering is infra and energy. So, kung ako po ang tatanungin nyo, sana ang gusto ko marinig sa SONA ng Pangulo, I hope that he concentrates again on infra development kasi itong kailangan natin gawin. That's what the other countries did 30 years ago. And ngayon tayo naghahabol, may away pa, may gulo pa ngayon, political bickering. Siyempre, we have to, kahit papano nakaka-apekto. Sana itong last 3 years, concentrate on that, concentrate on energy development, agri, healthcare. Siyempre, para sa mga kababayan natin, yung universal healthcare, kailangan maramdaman na ng tao. Yan, paglalaban natin, yung participation. So, kahit papano yung services mag-improve for the people, na maramdaman po yan. Siguro, in the long run, maraming bumati ko sa akin. Sinabi ko raw kasi, yung impeachment would cause economic disruption. Totoo naman po, it's a politically charged activity. Kung sakasakali man, it's a process. Sang-ayon ka man o hindi, we have to go to the process. That's our constitutional duty. That's one thing for sure, no? Pero sana maging madali so that we can go back to our challenges and things that we have to really give attention to. Kasi iwan na tayo eh. Nasayang yung 3 years, I would say. Kasi ang aga nung away, sana nga kung 2027 doon na lang nag-away, at least meron tayong 5 productive years. Ngayon parang ang laki ng habulin talaga natin. So I'm hoping that renewed focus on infra, renewed focus on energy, and for public services, yung healthcare, para maramdaman ng ating mga kababayan ngayon. So, yun yung tatlong sana marinig ko sa SONA.
Okay, so before we end, habol ko lang ito. The DFA has summoned Chinese Ambassador Wang Xilian over China's imposition of ban against former Senator Tolentino dahil sa kanyang pagiging vocal sa pag-assert ng ating sovereign rights sa West Philippine Sea. So, tama lang po na pagpaliwanagin.
We have to need answers also from the Chinese ambassador. I cannot comment much on that kasi isa rin ako sa mga vocal critic ng China because of what they are doing in the West Philippine Sea. Wala pa ngayon, pero pag nakikita kami, snabero yung ambassador na yun manggalit sa akin pero okay lang. Galit din naman ako sa kanila sa ginagawa nila sa ating mga mangingisda at mga Navy. So, feeling is mutual. No? So, they just have to explain bakit ganun yung consequences. No? I think they have to respect our officials, our legislators especially, when we voice our position. We are not against the Chinese people. Ako po, I grew up with Chinese people. I went to a Chinese school. I am against what their government is doing, especially in with regards to disrespecting our territorial rights and our sovereignty.
Ngayon, ikaw, bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.